Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures on what is here a very wet, damp, miserable day here on the allotment, but it's still full of excitement. So welcome, sit back, put your cuppa on and well, once again, welcome to the show. Well, I've just picked the last of my sprouts from inside my very rustic, I think is the word, looking grow frame. We've got some improvements on this year, which is very exciting news. I'll just pop these down over here because I want to go back to the other day when we did the brief one about having 250 subscribers. Welcome one and all. It's fantastic news because I had some cardboard, massive sheets. I've still got those there in the polytunnel at the moment. Why do you need cardboard on the allotment or even in your growing areas? Well, you can use it for anything, but it's really good this time of year to start warming your soil up because it needs a little duvet putting on it because it's very, very cold. It will protect it now from frosts. So wherever you're wanting to grow and you want the soil warming up, you can use, of course, cardboard. And all you do, very simply, is lay it on top. In fact, you can use anything, cardboard, plastic. Obviously, the plastic won't allow the moisture to get through, but it'll still keep it nice and warm. I'm going to add this on top of my peas in my greenhouse. It won't allow the light through, but it will, of course, warm the soil up enough to produce the peas. They're a bit slow at the moment, even though they're inside the greenhouse. Hello to inside our greenhouse, and I'm going to do a little experiment. I've missed the deadline for the trenches with composting that you plant late autumn. So I'm going to do a little small one, and it's called a compost pit. And the idea is you put all your compost in there, your vegetable matter, which I've got in this little bag here. Now the reason I've had it in this bag here is because it helps speed up the process, and it's nice and mushy now, and that's going to add lots of nutrients into the soil. What you do is you pop this in the bottom, so let's start with that. Tip it all out, there you go, bang, in the bottom of there, looking rather lovely. Do you know, it smells absolutely delicious actually. There's all sorts in there. There's things out of the vacuum cleaner. We've got potato peelings, carrots, there's some bananas in there, give a bit of nutrient into the soil. And then what you can do, if you've got, I've been using a little bit, so a little bit here, is put some fine matter in and then put some really good organic compost on top. And then what you can do is just pop on top of that and leave there like that. Oh, there we go, and fill it over. Get rid of the bigger chunks, you don't want that. You want fine material as much as you can. Oh, there's a stone. And then what you can do is you leave that, and what I'm going to do, you plant around it or nearby it, and the plants then that will get all the nutrients from the soil in there, and that'll nicely decompose down. It'll keep also, if this is outside and you have very, very hot summers, it'll also keep moisture in the soil. It loosens the soil. So if you've got really heavy duty soil, you can put that in and it really helps your plants grow and thrive. It's just added nutrients. Now, this is not just any old water in here. I've got some seaweed actually, and so I'm just now going to start in here adding moisture to my ground. You probably can't see me actually, but it adds moisture, and I'll be doing that over the next few weeks now, and richness of the lovely seaweed manure. Well, before I go, I'd just like to say another big hello and welcome to everybody out there. And well, it's not about having a big allotment. You don't need masses of space to grow things. You can just have simple plant pots like this one. And well, look what's happening here. Isn't this beautiful? We have some daffodils. They're just planted in a pot. They're very cheap to buy, so you don't need a huge amount of space. And these have been in the growing greenhouse behind me here with the warmth, and they're really coming on nicely. You can see the heads appearing. They're probably a little early, but it's really nice that they've been forced through. We'll have lots of colour very shortly. I've got more in there, another 6 of these, and they've all got lovely plants coming out of it. As I say, you can put anything in here. We've got just some normal potting compost here, and below that actually I've got some well, some soil that's come out of this greenhouse that's been grown in for years and years and years, and I've decided I'm going to replenish it, so I'm going to try and get rid of some of this. And so what I've been doing is I've been putting it into all the pots, and because it's very, very fine soil, it's helping the seedlings to grow. Speaking of seedlings, do you remember a few weeks ago when I said that we'd had these pods, and in here we took it out, in fact last week wasn't it, and there were 2 or 3 seeds in. Well, I've never been very successful. However, there was nothing last week. I've had a look today, and look what's happening to our tomato pod. Isn't that exciting? We've got some tomatoes coming out of the side of it, and these are yellow tomatoes. Now I wonder how I'm going to get the seeds and the plants from the pod now into different pots so they can grow individually on their own. And well, that's for me to look at without me ruining, of course, those seeds. I presume I might have to wait until they're a little bit bigger. We're going to plant some more of these now over the next few weeks, and well, this is a really exciting time of year because lots and lots are happening. But as a grower, you have to decide, as again I said last week, what you're going to grow. Don't try and do too much, because February, March comes and you're planting every single thing. You're spending every hour of the day here, and that's why little pots are very good, because in here you could have your lettuce. You can still plant a tomato plant in here, and it's very well, it's easy to look after. You're not chasing around trying to water everything. Think of the things you really like to eat and plant those. Well, once again, thank you very much for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. It's great to have you all on board. I have a new email address, jezgrows@outlook.com. It's very simple, jezgrows@outlook.com. You can send photographs to that, you can send comments to that, and I will get them. I've been having a little bit of a problem getting some of the problems from Facebook. So once again, do you know, it's brand new, isn't it? Aren't I rubbish? I must get this written down. jezgrows@outlook.com. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time here on the Yorkshire Allotment. Ta-da for now.